Every journey begins with the first step. Every journey begins with the first step. Sometimes the first step's a misstep, but you don't stop. You keep climbing. You find your footing. You find the path. You find success. Keep climbing. And each step takes you one step closer to your goal, getting to the top of the mountain. You've been there before, not all that long ago. And you want to return to those rarefied heights. Keep climbing. You have to meet all challenges. All challengers. Especially when the challengers you know best. It's a game with history and tradition. One of those rare matchups that even come with a trophy. The Pachelli jug, ready to be claimed for the 56th time. Of course, it's not just a jug, it's a symbol of excellence. It's been yours for 3 years. It's time to make sure it stays where it belongs. Do the work. Pay the price. Reap the rewards. Make that climb. It's showtime with Diamond Field.
For removal from tonight's event.
Every journey begins.
Yes, indeed. It is showtime at Diamond Field. Welcome to the campus of St. Anne Pacelli High School on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live High School Football Showcase and BeAViking.com. It's all presented by Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC and Pepsi Buffalo Rock, along with the Beck Center. I'm Dave Platt, along with Noah Shelton. We're going to have all the action from tonight's showdown, and showdown it is.
Oh, absolutely. Two leading teams in the district. What a rivalry game it is. It's gone back and forth, close games the last 2 times. Looking forward for a third in a row tonight.
Exactly. The 56th meeting between these teams, and it's a struggle every time. The last 2 times these two teams played, last season, they played during the regular season and went into overtime. Pachelli came out ahead on a touchdown by Jason Nelson in OT and then a defensive stand, and then in the playoffs in the quarterfinals. Brookstone, the winner, on a field goal as time expired off the foot of Jimmy Hunter, a 45-yarder. Brookstone went on to the state finals where they fell to FPD. Pachelli is both in a position of wanting payback and wanting to keep the regular season streak going.
Yeah, and I think a big storyline coming into this game is both teams with quarterbacks that didn't start out the year. Broughton Branch for Brookstone and Hudson for Pachelli. They've really turned these offenses, taking them up a level, and I think not just running the ball, but as we talked about before the game, before this pregame show, Plata, that the team who passes the ball finds a little bit of a passing game and gets it in the end zone through the air might be the one that comes out on top.
Yes, John Thompson took over as the starting quarterback for Pachelli midway through the second game, and since he's come aboard, that offense has started marching down the field. Pachelli is primarily a running team. They got a couple, 3 straight excellent running backs. When you look at Brookstone, they made their quarterback change at about the same time. Broughton Branch, they're a little more pass heavy, and both teams have found success with that offense, have been able to put together good drives, and in district play, they've been dominant.
Absolutely so far. Last time both these teams played, they beat Calvary pretty handily. And obviously, as we mentioned, both teams were undefeated. Broughton Branch, Mercy Hudson, I saw was a player to watch for Brookstone on the defensive line as well as out of the backfield. Again, first play from scrimmage last week against Calvary, went all the way to the house on the ground for a touchdown, and also caught one through the air. So he's really a weapon for the Brookstone offense and defense.
All right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. Let's start off with the Pachelli offense here. And let's talk about that offense. John Thompson taking over at quarterback. The sophomore has thrown for 395 yards and 5 touchdowns. Has done a great job. Running backs, you've got Jason Nelson and DJ Colvin. Both of them have gained over 600 yards this season. Nelson's rushed for 9 touchdowns, Colvin for 5. Then you've got wide receivers Jaquez Morgan, who has done a great job, and J.D. Davis, who started the season at quarterback, has turned into a stud wide receiver, 266 yards receiving and 12 catches and 4 touchdowns, 2 of them last week.
Yeah, Caps Green there, the tight end. Love him blocking and catching the ball. Can't have a great running game without a great offensive line. And up front for the Vikings, Andy Carter, Jake Wood, Garrett Bolin, Walt Adams, C.J. Thomas going left to right. They've really had their way this season against opposing defenses, and it's going to be a test tonight. Brookstone's defensive line is very stout.
Exactly. The Pachelli offensive line has gotten better as the season gone on, but Brookstone's defense is tough. They're led by defensive end Mercer Hudson. The leading tackler, well, not the leading tackler, but he's the leading tackle for loss dude.
Yeah.
He's got 14 tackles for loss with 4 sacks. He's blocked a punt. He has definitely got to watch on the edge. Also down low, Balin Carr, Ashton Gloystein, and Bo Caves. Their three linebackers are excellent. Harrison Baker, Jackson James, and M.J. Archibald.
Absolutely, and the defensive secondary, talked about Keith Tolbert a little bit earlier, how he's been not just a factor on defense, but on special teams as well. And the secondary's played really well so far, along with Brendan Neal, Mac Dixon, and Maxwell Jones. Really solid secondary, really solid defense all around for Brookstone.
Yeah, they've had 55 tackles for the last 16 sacks this season. Their turnover ratio is +9, so that defense is something to be worried, something to take note of. All right, let's talk about Brookstone's offense now, or rather Pachelli defense. Let's go to the Pachelli defense first. Yeah. These guys have been great. Keon Williams, Austin Dannison, and Jack Ellis down low. Williams missed the last 2 games. He had to have a boil removed, so he had to have minor surgery. So he was held out of action for the last couple of games. They're going to be very happy to get the big man in there at defensive tackle. Now the ponies, of course, are your defensive edge guys, and Jaquez Morgan and Cam Carino have both been very disruptive. Carino is also great in pass coverage, not just rushing the passer.
No, it's a tremendous defense. It's pretty unique. Then you look at the other linebackers: Braden Hudson, Nassim Hudson-Henderson, and Justin Sanchez back in the lineup. The leaders you mentioned on this defense. In the secondary, Tyson Coleman, Uriah Massick had a pick 6 last week against Calvary, and Jack Fry, the senior, really saw defense for Pachelli as well. And as you talked about the turnovers for Brookstone, and what might be a run-the-ball defensive struggle, 1 or 2 turnovers is the difference.
Exactly. Now, the Brookstone's offense, as you mentioned, Broughton Branch has taken over at the sophomore, and he's thrown for over 800 yards and 7 touchdowns. He's only thrown 1 pick all season. He's been solid. Running backs M.J. Archibald and Gray Jones. Wideouts, Jakeith Tolbert and Maxwell Jones. Tolbert has got 329 yards receiving with 3 touchdowns. Maxwell Jones, 260 yards receiving and 1 touchdown catch. They're very solid, and they're very dangerous. And, of course, Bo Caves at tight end.
Yeah, offensive line for Brookstone. Balin Carr also plays on the defensive line. Very big guy who can plug the hole defensively and create some avenues offensively. Jackson James, Sam Tote, Grady Miller, and Macon Jackson rounding out the offensive line. Both these teams are really solid. There's a reason they're undefeated in region play, and it all comes down to the night. Rivalry game, big region game, both teams undefeated. Ball is finally in the air, finally got some fall weather. It's not much better.
Oh, absolutely. It's gorgeous now. The sun is starting to set. It's just past sunset. The temperature right now is about 69 degrees, so we're actually getting football weather, which is great after melting up here during September. And no rain this time, no crazy winds blowing everybody's equipment around. We're going to be able to bring you all the action in the way it should be done. Right now, they're getting ready to go for the coin flip. The captains for Pachelli are Jason Nelson. It is Justin Sanchez, Jaquez Morgan, and Caps Green will be making the call. And if you will notice, Green and Jaquez Morgan, they're carrying the Pachelli jug. We haven't talked about the Pachelli jug. This is the trophy. This is a game with a trophy.
Absolutely.
The Pachelli jug this year, it has been in Pachelli's possession for the last 3 seasons, and they would like to keep it the 4th. This is also the last year that you can put a score in the jug, so today's winner will keep the jug.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just another tremendous tradition with this Pachelli rivalry. It's just an awesome rivalry. 2 really competitive teams, really similar teams. You look at the matchup, and it's just something about rivalry games, especially in high school and in college. They just bring the best. And when you have 2 teams that really just don't like each other, that's when the best comes out. Truly.
They don't like each other, but they do have a lot of respect for each other.
Absolutely.
Both teams know just how good they are. Brookstone's already busted the banner. They didn't even wait for the coin toss. So here we go. The coin toss about to be called. Lerone Harper is the referee for tonight's game, wearing the white hat. Michael Spate will be the umpire. William Aids is the head linesman, and Dan Hewell is the line judge.
You're running out the official crew. Charles Coleful, Chastity Stover, Elliott Reed, Charles Ashford, and Dwight Langston all in the stripes tonight.
And the coin flip was won by Pachelli. And Pachelli elected, I believe, to defer till the second half, and that is – and as expected, they did defer. They want the defense to set the tone. This ought to be an interesting thing. So that means that Brookstone will get the ball first. They'll get the ball first. Again, this is a showdown. There is a lot at stake here with both teams undefeated in district. The winner of this one will have, without question, a leg up on everybody else. They'll have command of the race for district title.
In this first drive, you got to think it's going to be pivotal. You got to think both teams offensively are going to try to get the ground game going early. Let's see which defense holds up the best and holds the other team into fourth down situations where they kick the ball away.
Yeah, we can see who will control that line of scrimmage, who can make the other team one-dimensional. Yeah, and again, the last two times this game went down to the very last play, and it is fully expected that that's exactly what's going to happen tonight here at Diamond Field. Again, the game brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Pepsi Buffalo Rock, and the Beck Center. The Vikings getting set to bust through the banner. We're about 30 seconds away from getting the whistle to get things open and kick off, and here come the Vikings. We will see what they can do. Again, that defense carried Pachelli the first half of the season before the offense got things going again. And lately it's been the offense that's been carrying.
Yeah,
we will see how this one goes.
Yeah, it really has. Again, both teams explosive on the last time out. Both had defensive scores as well. Another thing we talked about, just the turnovers. A defensive touchdown really would be the difference in a game like this as well. So,
yep, setting the early tone is a big deal, isn't it?
When it comes to what we think is going to be a low-scoring slugfest, it's just one or two plays that's the difference.
Yep, and in a game like this, one mistake could be all the difference. Jack Fry will be kicking things off for Pachelli. Fry, as the season has gone along, has gotten better at the kickoffs. He's got more distance and more height on it. He's got 8 touchbacks on the season, most of them in the last 3 games. So lining up deep for Brookstone will be Jakeith Tolbert and Gray Jones as we get set to get this thing going. A perfect night for football. There's a little bit of smoke over the field from the grill going there, cooking all the hot dogs and hamburgers.
It's amazing.
For the concession stand. It all smells good. It looks like football. It feels like football. And now it is time for some football. Jack Fry approaching. Toe meets leather, and let's get it going. The kick is down to about the 2-yard line. It's taken by Tolbert. Tolbert going straight ahead, and he is hit and knocked down. Great kickoff coverage on this one. And making the tackle on this, it looks like it was Jaquez Morgan on the tackle. Great coverage by Pachelli, who's had a little bit of problem off and on kickoffs.
And a really good kick there by Fry, because a lot of these teams try to strategically kick it inside the 5 but short of the end zone, so they make you return it, betting that they're going to tackle you short of the 20-yard line. Good coverage there by Pachelli as Brookstone has to start on their own 18.
All right.
First and 10 on the 20-yard line or on the 18-yard line for Brookstone. Broughton Branch with the handoff to Gray Jones. Jones taking it off tackle, picking up a little yardage before he is brought down.
Justin Sanchez, good tackle there.
Made by Nassim Hudson-Henderson.
Him as well.
A gain of 6 on the play.
A pickup of 6, so the ball
Second down and 4.
will be 2nd and 4 from the 24-yard line for Brookstone.
A little interesting to go off tackle there on the first play.
Yep. Branch under center this time. One man in motion. That was Maxwell Jones. He's set. Give again to Gray Jones. Jones taking it up the middle. Not getting a whole lot of anything.
To give to Gray Jones.
The Vikings stopping the good stop in the middle of the line.
Number 58, Keon Williams.
Keon Williams getting into it his first time he's played in a couple games. So a pickup of 3, which will set things up a third down and 1 on the 27-yard line.
And this is where both these teams want to live, in 3rd and short.
Exactly. It's going to come down to who can control the line of scrimmage. Branch under center. Takes it. Give to Jones. Jones off tackle. He picks up the first down and a little bit more. Brought down on the 35-yard line.
Stop made by Jaquez Morgan. First down, Brookstone.
So Brookstone moving the chains here on this opening drive with 10:40 to go here in the first quarter in this scoreless matchup. The Pachelli Jug game. Brookstone, Pachelli battling for first place in District 5.
And we mentioned in the pregame show trying to establish the run for both these offenses. Brookstone's done it very well so far in the first set of downs, and I believe they want a timeout.
Branch set up in the pistol formation. Something there Rance Gillespie did not like, so he called the timeout. So they're going to talk things over and see what they're going to do. Hey, for an exceptional car and truck buying experience, head to Glenn Smith Chevy GMC in Opelika, Alabama. With over 300 new and pre-owned vehicles on the lot, many still covered by factory warranty, you're sure to find the perfect ride. Start your journey today at glennsmith.com. Whether you're from Georgia or Alabama, discover why Glenn Smith says, get ready to smile. And we'll see who's going to be smiling after this one. the opening drive, and this opening drive, Brookstone's been able to get the yardage when they wanted to.
Yeah, no, and interesting to have Gray Jones with all 3 carries. You think it'd be a little bit more running back by committee. I know it's only the first 3 plays, but they've shown so far this season they really want to give it to all their playmakers, distribute the ball more evenly across the board. But as I mentioned, now they've got another different running back in there.
Yeah, Dylan Terry. It looks like Dylan Terry is now back there. He's just short of 200 yards on the season, scored 3 touchdowns. All right, one man in motion. Broughton Branch, quick out to Maxwell Jones. Jones picks up some yardage. Flags fly. Flags fly. He's brought down just over the 40-yard line, but we'll see what the white hat has to say. And I'm going to guess holding, and that is exactly what it is. Brookstone called for holding. So bring that one back. It was a pickup of about 3 yards. It's been negated.
And I really like the play call there for Brookstone. Going up the middle, really the first 3 plays, then you test out the perimeter. They had some success there on that play. Just one of the blockers held, and you can't do that though. And now 2nd and long, being behind the chains is where these offenses don't want to be.
Exactly.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 25.
All right, they marked it back down at.
The ball now on the 28-yard line.
All right, the ball on the 28. So it will be 1st and approximately 17. Branch in shotgun formation, dropping back, looking downfield, trying to find number 85, Bo Caves. Good coverage there. DJ Jones, or J.D. Davis rather. J.D. Davis on the pass defense.
Great coverage, but Broughton Branch did have all day back there in the pocket to find a man. Caves had a step, but Davis closed in on the closing speed and made it tough for him to make the catch. Would have been a tough catch for Caves, but it was a good throw by Branch.
All right, we'll see what happens now. It's going to be 2nd and about 18 on the 28-yard line. Branch dropping back, looking downfield. Has a little bit of time across the middle to Maxwell Jones. Jones making the catch at about the 45-yard line. He is brought down by Jack Key.
Had a lot of zip on that one, didn't he?
He did indeed.
Tackle made by Jack Fry. 1st down, Brookstone.
So Jack Fry bringing him down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Brookstone on their 45-yard line. They're moving the ball right now. They've both been able to get yardage both on the ground and in the air. Okay, Branch setting up pistol formation with one running back beside. And the give is to Gray Jones. Jones trying to go around. Or no, it's a keeper. He faked the give to Jones. Wow. And Branch breaking free, trying for the end zone. He is brought down in a touchdown-saving tackle by J.D. Davis, but a pickup of about 40 yards.
This has been absolute artistry offensive play calling for Brookstone so far. You've been giving Jones the whole first drive. Branch keeps it on the read option, and Pachelli, just like we did, we got fooled on that one. Branch with a great fake there to keep it up the middle.
Exactly, and brought down on the 6. That was Tyson Copeland with the tackle. So 1st and goal from the 6 for Brookstone as they look to score on this opening drive. Branch will open up under center with the I formation. The give is to Jones. Jones the left side and powering it in for the touchdowns.
Brookstone.
So Brookstone drawing first blood here with 8:51 remaining here in the first quarter on a Gray Jones 6-yard touchdown run.
And that is exactly how you want to start the game if you're Brookstone. Rance Gillespie in this offense really humming early. Showing the running game, had a couple of big passes, brought Branch, of course, with a big option keeper up the middle to get him all the way inside the 5-yard line. Just a tremendous opening drive for Brookstone, but now it's more important how Pachelli responds.
And we will see what happens. Jimmy Hunter will come on in to kick the extra point out of the hold of Gray Jones. James Palmer, the long snapper. The snap good, the hold good, the kick right down the middle. So the Brookstone Cougars drawing first blood here in this Pachelli Jug Showdown. The Cougars taking the early 7-0 lead.
GMC SUVs, GMC SUVs. On sale now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. The GMC Terrain, the compact SUV with seating for 5. And now discounted up to $6,500 off. The full-size GMC Yukons, discounted up to $9,000 off. Choose from almost 200 new GMCs. Get your best price every day on the lot or online at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Field. The Brookstone Cougars with the early 7-0 lead on the Pachelli Vikings. The opening drive for Brookstone was a 7-play drive that covered 82 yards, capped by a Gray Jones 6-yard touchdown run. Now it's time for Pachelli to see what they can do.
Jimmy Hunter set the kickoff for Brookstone.
The Vikings want to go out there and make their own statement here. Jimmy Hunter will be kicking things off. There'll be 3 men deep for Pachelli. J.D. Davis, DJ Colvin, and John Thompson.
Kicked out of bounds.
The kick goes out of bounds. Flags fly.
Penalty flag on the field.
We'll see if they take it at 35 or want to re-kick. Yeah, it looks like Dwight Jones is accepting the ball at the 35-yard line. So the Vikings will open play in pretty decent field position on their own 35-yard line.
And a little surprising, Hunter had no issue in the last game out against Calvary kicking it in the end zone for touchbacks. And when you kick it out of bounds like that, it's just giving the offense 10, 15 free yards there. So solid starting field position for Pachelli for their opening drive.
Exactly. Let's see what the Vikings can work up here on their opening drive.
1st and 10, Vikings.
John Thompson will, of course, start off. It looks like he will start off in pistol formation with 1 running back. But Jason Nelson's up against the line, kind of an H-back position. DJ Colvin deep. J.D. Davis in motion. Thompson faking the handoff downfield, and the ball is picked off.
Thompson's pass is intercepted. There is a penalty.
But there's a flag on the play. It looked like Maxwell Jones coming up with the pick, but we'll see what the play call is. Could be a pass. Could be pass interference, I'm guessing.
There's a lot of traffic back there.
Lots. He was throwing into a lot of coverage, but it looked like there was a little more than just the normal hand fighting going on there.
That's certainly what head coach Dwight Jones thinks it is.
Yeah, the offense is still on the field. And see what the call is. LaRon Harper holding. A defensive holding call. All right, let's see where they mark the ball here. I'm not sure exactly how many yards they got on that. He didn't mention how many yards the penalty would be. Whether it's a 10-yard or 15. I'm guessing 15, but yep, nope. They call it defensive holding 10 yards. We will send it up to the 45-yard line on the penalty. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 45 for the Pachelli Vikings. The first play didn't work out exactly like they wanted to, but it'll work. All right. You take what you're given at this point.
Now we got all our ducks in a row, ready to go.
Yep. All right.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see what Lee Hamner sends in for a play. All right, again, Thompson setting up in the backfield. This time, Braden Hudson is setting up in the H-back spot. Thompson taking the snap, going around the near side. Is that Thompson or J.D. Davis?
I believe that was Thompson, number 6.
Yes. Yep. No, that was J.D. Davis. Was it? The problem with the
jerseys are sticking.
The jerseys tend to crumple up. It was John Thompson and a keeper. The jerseys tend to crumple up, and I have a problem I've had all season trying to figure out if it's number 6 or number 8. Now they're both in the game. All right, so
Second down and 8.
A pickup of 2 for Thompson on the carry. So it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 47-yard line for Pachelli. Waiting for the play call. Lee Hamner sending something in. Thompson let his guys know. Thompson, the give is to Jason Nelson. Nelson up the middle, driving, taking tacklers with him.
Jason
Nelson picking up a couple there, 3 or 4 yards.
Tackle credited to number
Pickup of 3.
Balin Carr.
A pickup of 3 straight to midfield.
4.
So the ball is at midfield, so it'll be a 3rd and 5.
3rd down and 5.
Nelson is just a classic runner. He never stopped churning.
Absolutely not. Both offensive lines so far have really had their way in the run game.
And we'll see how we can go here now. 3rd play of the drive for Pachelli. 1 man in the backfield. Braden Hudson setting up in the H-back spot. The give is to Nelson. Nelson trying to power it up the middle. He is hit and brought down after a short gain. Mercer Hudson in on that one.
Jason Nelson
along with Mac Dixon.
Stop made by Jackson James.
And Jackson James apparently was also in on the tackle. A pickup of just one, so the Vikings will be forced to punt. Not the opening drive they had hoped for.
Jack Fry on the punt.
Jack Fry setting up for the punt and setting up deep for the Cougars is Brendan Neal. He's setting up shop at about the 10-yard line. High snap. Fry gets it off, gets some good air under it. It hits and takes a Pachelli bounce. Can they snag it before it goes in the end zone? The answer is where is it down?
Is that the one?
Did they down it on the one?
Maybe. I can't tell.
I could not tell.
Takes it into the end zone.
They did down it
man.
on the one, but feet were in the end
Yep.
zone. It was a great diving try by the Vikings, but they were not able to corral it before it went into the end zone. Fry kicked it perfectly. That's exactly how you want to kick it. He kicked it low and let the hop happen, but it was moving a little bit too quick.
And they had a perfect one executed last week against Calvary, getting it down the one. But there's a difference between playing on natural grass and turf. That ball's a lot bouncier on the turf.
Exactly.
So it's tough to play.
Exactly. Plus that other punt was a shorter punt, which gave guys time to get down and cover. All right. 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Cougars. Broughton Branch in pistol formation. And the handoff. Looks like it's to Mercer Hudson. And Hudson with a fairly substantial pickup on that. But flags have flown on this one. A holding on Brookstone. It's their 3rd penalty of the night. They've had 3 penalties for 30 yards so far.
And the 3rd holding, 2nd against the offense.
Yeah, and 1 against the defense. Yep. So that'll move the ball back to the 10-yard line. So it'll be a 1st and 20 from the 10 for the Cougars. Negating a really big gain by Mercer Hudson. This is the kind of thing that Pachelli would be more than happy to take any gifts they get from the Cougars. It was from the spot of the foul, so
1st and 8.
So it's basically 1st and 10 from the 20. First and 9 from the 21-yard line. The quick out to Maxwell Jones. Jones brought down. He was hit a ditch originally.
Branch's pass is complete.
It was Jaquez Morgan.
Jones.
Jaquez Morgan.
Tackle made by Jaquez Morgan.
Braden Hudson also in on that stop. So it's got a 2nd and 1. It was a pickup of about 9.
They gained 7 yards.
All right, 2nd and 1.
Pachelli reloading the box here.
Yeah, 2nd and 1 for the 29. The give, they were trying to go for a counter, but that didn't exactly work. Gray Jones stopped behind the line. Austin Dannison.
Stop made by
the man in the middle.
Dannison.
The man in the middle stopping it. Loss of 1. They'll set up a 3rd and 2. Now this is the kind of defense Pachelli wants to play.
Yeah, very important 3rd down here as well. See if Pachelli can get the ball back. First offensive drive didn't end the way they wanted it, but I like how they didn't seem panicked. They didn't seem like they had their backs against the wall trying to go down and press to score. They really were patient on offense, just didn't quite get the 1st down in midfield.
All right, Branch faking a handoff, finds Maxwell Jones out on the right side. He picks up enough to move the chains. Pachelli finally gets Jones out of bounds. A lot of red hats on him, but he was able to pick up the yardage and get the 1st.
Wrapped up by Braden Hudson. 1st down, Brookstone.
So the ball will be marked down at about the 44. So that was a pickup of 16 yards on that play. 1st down for Brookstone.
Pachelli defense made him earn every inch on that catch, though.
All right, Branch under center, man in motion. A handoff to, is to Dylan Terry. Dylan Terry off tackle, picking up substantial yardage here.
Tackle by Braden Hudson.
Hudson on the tackle. Did he pick up enough for the 1st? Yes, he did. Well, they're going to have to, 1st down.
1st down, Brookstone.
All the way down to the Pachelli 46-yard line, gain of 10 yards on the play. So 1st and 10, Brookstone in Pachelli territory. Branch in pistol formation, dropping back, the quick out to the left side. He finds his man, looked like Jakeith Tolbert, I believe, and a pickup of about 7 yards. Brookstone is been able to move the ball well against the Vikings defense. They're mixing up the pass and the run nicely for them.
Really good mix up the work in the middle of the field and the perimeter as well. Rance Gillespie with a really good game plan coming in so far for Brookstone offensively.
Yep, pickup of 8, so it's 2nd and 2 from the 38-yard line for the Cougars. Man in motion, sets down, Branch under center. Give is to Gray Jones, off tackle, finding a seam, finding a hole.
Fumble.
Yeah, but he fumbles the ball. Who came up with it? Vikings football.
Wow.
Let's see, he comes up from the bottom of the pile with the football in his fist.
Vikings ball.
Looked like Jack Fry recovered the fumble for the Vikings, and what a huge play that was.
That was huge. He had picked up the 1st down, and then somebody stripped the ball loose. And the Vikings were right, Johnny on the spot, picking it up. They start on their own 29-yard line.
And Brookstone's going to be kicking themselves after that, having a chance to go down and lead by 2 scores early. You coughed the ball up, and now Sam Pachelli's got life.
That's the kind of defense Pachelli has been playing this season. Coming up big when they had to, bend but do not break. They came in with a +6 turnover ratio. All right, Thompson in pistol formation, take the snap, the give is to Jason Nelson. Nelson up the middle, power run. A pickup of about 4 yards on the play. He picks up 4 yards onto the 33-yard line. MJ Archibald of the Cougars on the tackle. So 2nd and 6 for Pachelli. You can feel a little bit of momentum working on that one. They've just got to keep this drive going here. On the 33, 2nd and 6. Thompson in pistol. Fakes the handoff, looking downfield. He is pressured, and he is brought down.
Thompson tackled in the backfield for a loss.
Balin Carr coming up with the sack. He faked the handoff, is going to go on play action, but Mercer Hudson got in there, and so did Balin Carr. Brought down on the 27, a loss of 6 yards. So that will bring up a 3rd and 12. 3rd and 12 from the 27. We'll see if the Vikings can rally from that. All right, Thompson with the single man in the backfield. Gives to Nelson. Nelson taking off tackle. He's hit. And gets back to the original line, or gets back to pick up about 2 to get back to the 29. But nothing doing here for the Vikings. So they are going to have to punt.
And you hate to not take advantage of the forced turnover there. Brookstone just playing very solid defensively, very stout up front, but Pachelli just cannot get the run game going yet.
So the Vikings will have to punt things away. You've got Brennan Neal back deep to receive the punt of Jack Fry. Fry with a really good punt first time out. They almost downed it inside the 5. Fry gets the punt away. High and deep punt.
What a kick.
Taken on about the 20, and Brennan Neal slips and unable to return it at all. A beautiful punt by Jack Fry.
50-yard punt. What a boot.
Oh, that was an absolute beauty.
All air time, too, all hang time.
Yep. He's had a 60-yard punt earlier this season as well. So Fry has gotten better and better at kicking as the season has gone along. He's got so many touchbacks now. He's had 8 touchbacks this season and another deep, deep punt. So Brookstone is going to have to start on their own 21-yard line. 46 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Brookstone with a 7-0 lead. Branch under center this time. Drops back. The give is to Gray Jones. Jones, not a lot of room to work on that one. Maybe a short game at the middle of the line. Justin Dannison seems to be in the middle of that one.
Gray Jones, the handoff.
A pickup of about 2.
Stop made by number 23, Justin Sanchez. A gain of 2.
All right, so 2nd and 8 from the 23-yard line for Brookstone. Here with as the final seconds of the first quarter ticking away, 17, 16, 15. Branch dropping back, looking downfield to the corner. He finds Jakeith Tolbert. Tolbert hit, spun around, and ends up losing ground. He slipped the tackle, but it did not work to his benefit. Uriah Mazik ending up with the tackle. A loss on the play, dropping it all the way back to the 20, and that will end things here in the first quarter. The Brookstone Cougars with the early advantage. They lead this one by a score of 7-0. You're watching Vikings football on beaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo. Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Of the second quarter just took place. Broughton Branch was looking to go deep on Brandon Neal. Neal got behind the receivers, but he was not able to hang on to the ball, so incomplete. So it'll be now a 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 for Brookstone.
Brings up 4th down.
Or 4th and 11. 4th and 11 for their own 20. So the Cougars will be forced to punt. A good defensive stand there by the Vikings, something they really badly needed. Sam Grubb, the punter for Brookstone, he's averaging 37.2 points a punt. It's the longest 56 on the year. He's hit 10 inside the 20. That won't be an issue this time. The punt, and it's a fair catch called for by John Thompson on the 45-yard line.
John Thompson.
So Pachelli will start things off on their 45-yard line. Good field position for this next drive, their first of the second quarter.
And that's the result of just good team play. Good punt last time out on offense by Fry. Then you get the 3 and out on defense, and got to go field position at the 45. Sam Grubb's got a good leg, but when you're kicking inside your own 10-yard line, putting toe to the leather, it's tough to kick it deep.
Exactly. So Pachelli in good shape here. Now let's see if they can get that offense going. The offensive line they've been struggled a little bit to take command of things in the trenches. We'll see what they can do now. See what kind of adjustments they can make here. All right, Thompson in pistol formation, 1 man in the backfield, and that give it looks like Zion Mabry. Is that Zion Mabry?
Correct.
It is Mabry taking it up the middle. A power run, picking up about 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, and that man is not fun to bring to the ground for sure.
No, there's a lot. He's a tough runner. The sophomore who transferred in over from Carver in the middle of this season. So it'll set up a 2nd and 4 from the Brookstone 49-yard line. Thompson and pistol. Once again to give to Mabry. Mabry up the middle, trying to carry a couple of tacklers.
Give is to Mabry.
A short gain on this one, maybe
Tackle
1.
Made by Harrison Baker.
Maybe 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. So it'll set up a 3rd and 2 from the Cougar 47-yard line. Pachelli looking to earn their first Well, it's not technically their first down, but that first down came on a penalty. They're trying to get their first down as a rush or a pass as an offense.
Trying to earn their first down.
There we go. That's a good way of phrasing it. Thank you. All right, Lee Hamner sending in play. Thompson letting his guys know. He'll set up in shotgun formation. Braden Hudson's in H-back formation. The give is to Jason Nelson. Nelson powering, pushing, churning, and moving the chains. It's what he's good at.
First down, Vikings.
Another one of those good, perfectly done power runs. Good fundamentals from Jason Nelson. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The Vikings looking to put together some sort of a drive. They trail this thing 7-0. A good drive evens things up. 9:48 remaining here in the first half. Crowded backfield this time. And whistles. And Pachelli takes a timeout. They want to talk this one over. They've got something going here. They want to make sure they keep it going. Hey, looking for insurance you can trust? The Terry Johnson Agency has been a cornerstone for our community for over 30 years, offering personalized coverage to fit your life. From home and auto to life and church insurance, we've got you covered. At the Terry Johnson Agency, we don't just provide insurance, we offer peace of mind. Proudly supporting Georgia-Alabama Sports Live because we believe in the power of community. And also, how about the Beck Center? The Beck Center, Coach Roger Beck helped set this thing up. It is a great facility that has been one of the best things to happen to the Pachelli, not just the athletic program, but for the school. The facilities they have in there for athletics and for tutoring and everything else, it's an outstanding facility.
Yeah, it's not just good for practice. We've used it for game day as well with the rainy weather that you and Toygar went through a couple weeks ago. We did high school game day from the Beck Center. Absolutely just first-class facilities there. Awesome place to go for Dwight Jones and this football team.
All right, 1st and 10 from the 44. It's a direct snap, and it's Jason Nelson taking it off tackle. He will not stop. Mercer Hudson making the tackle getting a little chippy down there.
Tackle credited to Max
Zion Mabry started running off the field before the ball was snapped. I'm not sure if Pachelli was confused offensively or just trying to throw Brookstone off, but it worked.
Yeah, whatever it did, it worked.
7 yards.
Pick up of 7 to the 37-yard line. Pick up of 6 to the 37. That'll set up a 2nd and 4. The line to gain is the 34-yard line. Thompson. No, that's a direct snap to Nelson again. Nelson hit in the backfield, but he does manage to pick up a little bit of yardage, it appears.
Jason Nelson, the ball carrier. Tackle made by M.J. Archibald.
Yep. Now they're calling it no gain.
And it's going to be another big 3rd down and short for the Pachelli offense.
Yep. No, pickup of 1. They picked up 1 yard on that. So it'll set up a 3rd and 3. They're on the 36-yard line. They've got to 3rd and 2 rather. They're at the 36. They got to get to the 34. All right, let's see what they dial up here. DJ Colvin coming into the game as Zion Mabry takes out. Colvin is setting up on the wideout spot. Again, Nelson on a direct snap, finding hole, slipping a tackle, coming down the near sideline. Maxwell Jones grabbing a hold of him on the back of his jersey, but he picks up the 1st down.
First down.
Great run.
I love the call there on 3rd and short. They were in the as you mentioned, the Wildcat formation, really just a direct snap to Nelson. Pachelli told them what they were going to do basically by the formation, and Brookstone couldn't stop it anyway. Now we've got a flag.
Flags are flying. Somebody said something.
Penalty marker on the field.
Well, let's see what the call is. It's going to... Oh, it's a sideline warning. It's just a sideline warning, just a flag. That could have been interesting. A pickup of 23 yards on the play. So it'll be 1st and down on the 13-yard line for the Vikings. They're in the red zone for the first time tonight. Everybody started crowding in there. Everybody got a little bit too excited about the big run.
And this is what you get in rivalry games, man. It's awesome.
Exactly.
Same formation.
Same formation. Wildcat, Nelson off tackle, fighting.
Man.
dragging Brendan Neal. Neal had him by the ankle. Nelson was not about to go down. He drags him all the way down to
Stop made by Harrison
the,
Baker.
it'll be marked down, I think, at either the 6 or the 7.
Nelson is a man on a mission right
He
now.
is.
He's running tough.
He is. A pickup of 6, the ball on the 7-yard line. So it's 2nd and 4 from the 7. The Vikings can smell pay dirt, and they are not going to be denied.
2nd down, 4.
So they're staying in the Wildcat. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Nelson taking the snap, taking it kind of up the middle. Again, powering and dragging tacklers. Brookstone was going for the strip on that one. They did not get it. It was whistled dead before the ball came loose.
Harrison Baker
Once again, 3rd and short.
Let's see where they mark the ball. They will mark the ball on about the 4-yard line. It's
Brings
about
up 3rd down and 1.
the ball on the 4, 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. They're staying in Wildcat. Nelson hit in the backfield. Brought down. Looked like Jackson James. Jackson James shot through, found a gap. A loss of 2 yards on that, dragging me back all the way down, back to the 6-yard line. So a loss of 2. It'll be 4th down and a long 2.
What a play
Maybe
by Jackson
3.
James defensively there
It
to shoot
was.
through the gap.
He did. He found an opening and sent through it. All right.
Pachelli's going for it.
They're going to go for it. No sense playing it safe here. Let's see who takes the snap this time. Direct snap to Jason Nelson. Nelson swarmed in the backfield. Jackson James leading the charge on that one.
Jason
And
Nelson,
Brookstone
stop.
denies the
Throw the
Vikings.
first down.
Man, what a defensive stand there by Brookstone.
The Vikings turn the ball over on down.
That was a tough one. It was a great play by
Absolutely,
Brookstone. The defense pinned their ears back and just kept on coming. They'll start things out on about the 8-yard line. So it was a loss of 2. So the drive comes up short. A 10-play drive, and they come away not the way they wanted to. So Brookstone takes over with 5:38 remaining here in the half. The ball on their own 8-yard line. Branch under center. And
Penalty
play
flag
whistle
on the
dead.
field.
Somebody moved, somebody jumped, or something. We'll see which direction this one goes. Delay of game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So Brookstone with yet another penalty. That is their 4th penalty of the night.
And that's just a penalty. That's just inexcusable there. Being that deep in your own territory, letting the play clock run, first play of the drive, you have plenty of time to get everything set. Man, it's a tough one to swallow if you're a Cougar fan.
It is indeed a tough one. So the ball back down to the 3. Or on the 4, rather. Branch under center. Give us to Jones, or the give. It looked like it was either Jones. It was either Jones or Dylan Terry. I could not see. It was Jones, and he goes basically nowhere. Pachelli crushing that run, and somebody is down in the backfield.
There's a Brookstone player.
One of the
injured.
Brookstone players is down. It looks. Let's see. That would be. Can't tell if it's an offensive lineman. But we have a Brookstone player down. He is being checked out. So let's take a break here. 5:19 remaining here in the first half. Pachelli trailing Brookstone 7-0. You're watching Pachelli football on BeAViking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith.
Number 64, Hayes Keetle.
All right, back at Diamond Field. Hayes Keetle was the Cougar that was shaken up, the junior guard. He is being escorted off the field, walking off under his own power. So we're going to set things up for you here. Brookstone with the ball deep in their own territory. The ball is on the 3. And you're looking at a second down and about 15 yards. So Pachelli's got a very good chance of shutting him down, getting really good field position, and take another crack at getting into the end zone. They've just got to keep doing what they've been doing on the last couple of drives.
Yeah, but backed up this deep in your own territory, you got to be careful if you're going to try anything in the passing game, at least on play action.
Exactly. So Branch will be under center with Gray Jones set up in the backfield. He looking to throw. He is hit as he throws. That Branch didn't have a chance. Branch did not have a chance. Jacquez Morgan came in and thumped him just as he was releasing the ball, which basically went nowhere.
And that's the risk you take.
It is indeed. So now it'll be third and 16 from the 8. So let's see what they do here. Yeah, excuse me, third and 15 from the 8. Again, one man in the backfield. Branch under center. Branch taking the handoff. Gray Jones going outside. He finds room. He's going to move the chains, picking up the first before he's knocked out of bounds by Jack Key and Nassim Hudson-Henderson.
And that's a tough pill to swallow defensively for Pachelli. Forced them into a third and 15. They basically just ran the ball. Almost give me the impression they were kind of giving up on the drive, trying to get their punter room, but the whole near side of the field was wide open for Gray Jones to run, and he just got enough for the first down. Yeah, it looked like they sold out. They figured they were going to go do a power run up the middle from the way the handoff was. There was nobody on the near side, and he took advantage of it. A pickup of 16 yards. So first and 10 for Brookstone on the 24-yard line. The give is to Dylan Terry. Terry off tackle, slipping a couple of tackles, picking up the first down. He's finally brought down. Jack Fry in on the tackle, along with J.D. Davis. Ball marked at the 37, so he'll pick up a 13 yards. 4:40 remaining here in the half. Pachelli desperately needing to stop this Brookstone drive. Branch under center, one man in the backfield. The handoff is to Terry. Terry off tackle, slipping a couple more tackles, finding some room, gets it into Pachelli territory before he is brought down.
Dylan Terry, the ball carrier. First down, Brookstone.
Let's see where they mark this one. Ball will be marked at about the 45-yard line. So that's a pickup of 18 yards on this. So 3 big plays in a row on the ground by Brookstone.
And
they're gashing the Viking defense.
How big was that third down conversion now?
Oh, that was huge. Pachelli on their heels a little bit on defense. All right, Branch under center. Gray Jones, the lone back in the backfield with one man in motion. That's Austin Gloystein, who sets up in an H-back spot. Give to Jones, running behind Gloystein. He'll pick up solid yardage, another maybe 5 yards.
A gain of 5, tackle made by Hunter Hall.
Hunter Hall, the senior, coming in for the tackle. Pickup of 5, ball now on the 40-yard line. Second down and 5 for the Cougars. 2 setting up the backfield in I formation this time. And the give to Gray Jones. Jones picking up the first before he is brought down. Brought down. Looks like Keon Williams on the tackle on that one. Keon Williams, sorry, Jack Danley. Sorry, number 52, Jack Danley on the tackle. So it'll be set up on the 38-yard line. Excuse me, the 33-yard line. Pick up a 7. Running quick now. Dylan Terry taking a handoff off tackle, finding a seam, breaking loose, and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Brookstone, Dylan Terry.
Dylan Terry, a 33-yard touchdown run. And the Cougars have jumped out to a 2-score lead.
Tough one to take for Pachelli there. Had the drive started at their own 8-yard line. Delay of game when he moved it back to the 3. And on 3rd and 15, they run the ball for a first down, and they did not look back after that. All on the ground.
Yeah, that's just That is not what you wanted to see. Jimmy Hunter in to kick the extra point. And the snap. Snap's good, so's the hold, and the kick right down the middle. So with 3 minutes and 1 second remaining in the first half, the Brookstone Cougars have moved their advantage. They now lead the Pachelli Vikings by a score of 14-0. You are watching Vikings football on BeAViking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
With over 500 new and used on the lot and on the way. Check out the big Chevy Silverado 2500 HDs, discounted up to $9,000 off. And you'll love the stylish SUV that has plenty of room for the whole family. Chevy Tahoe's up to $9,000 off. Come to Clint Smith Chevrolet in Opelika for big discounts with a fantastic selection. Or explore anytime, anywhere at clintsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
We're back at Dymel Field with 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. The Vikings trailing the Brookstone Cougars by a score of 14-0. Brookstone's offense has just put together a quick drive, 7 plays, 92 yards. They broke off a number of big plays. They've pretty much taken command of the trenches. Jimmy Hunter's kickoff going down the left side, and it goes out of bounds once again.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. Now, this is a guy who all season long, his kickoffs, he's only had 3 kickoffs returned, 23 touchbacks. He's got a leg, that's for sure. So the Vikings will open this drive on their own 35-yard line. Decent field position. 3:01 remaining here in the half. They've got time to post something on the board, but they've got to get something going.
And it has been there in spurts. Just have not put a good drive together all the way. Again, had the drive all the way to the 8-yard line, had a 4th and 3, which they got stopped on. And offense showed some life last drive, especially in the run game in the Wildcat formation. Let's see if they come back out and do it and see how much they go to that again.
And again, we'll see. And it looks like Up Thompson is out there at quarterback this time. And it is Zion Mabry in the backfield with him. And looks like there's some confusion here. So the Vikings have called timeout. They've got to settle this down. This is a very big drive for them. After being trailing 14-0, if you can put something on the board, remember they get the kickoff in the second half too.
Yeah, really good opportunity here to double dip them at the end of the first half and then coming out in the second half. But this Pachelli offense just has to settle in. They put a good drive together the last drive, just couldn't punch it in the red zone. But they've been doing some good things on the ground. If they just stick to the game plan, I think they're going to find a way to score before the half.
Yeah, one of the bigger problems they've had has been the line. Brookstone's been dominating the line on both offense and defense. The one thing Pachelli has is Jason Nelson. The guy cannot be brought down. He keeps churning. He is the great fundamental runner, keeps those legs churning, and he's dragging tacklers up and down the field. Zion Mabry's been doing the same. All right, Mabry in the backfield along with Thompson. Thompson taking the snap, give to Mabry. Mabry going off left tackle, finding a little bit of room to run. He's brought down near the 40-yard line. A pickup of about 4.
And Zion had 2 good runs at the beginning of the drive, last drive out. And then he was off the field and came in as a blocker at the end. See if he gets the ball more. I like to see him get a couple more carries here on this drive.
Yeah, usually what they've been doing since he joined the team, they've been alternating him and out with Jason Nelson to keep everybody fresh. Here's a chance. Here's Mabry's opportunity. This time Thompson keeps it going right side, going nowhere. Ouch. Maxwell Jones scooping in and dropping him for a loss.
Johnson tackled in the backfield by number 4, Maxwell Jones. A loss of 4 on the play.
And it sends it back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll set up a 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. And the Vikings trailing at 14-0.
And the Vikings, when they've tried offensively to get to the perimeter, just have not gotten the edge yet.
Nope. So let's see if they can get something going here. They really need to get something moving. They need some positive yardage. Even if they can't find the end zone, they've got to have something to work with. All right, Nelson in the backfield along with Thompson. Thompson taking it, rolling to his left, looking downfield, throwing, and overthrowing his receiver. Was looking for J.D. Davis, or was that Tyson Copeland?
Pass incomplete, intended for Tyson Copeland.
Tyson Copeland, he overthrew him a little bit. Copeland was covered very well by Maxwell Jones, though.
Yeah, that was good coverage in the back end by Brookstone, and another 3-and-out for Pacelli offensively.
That's the second time not only is it 3-and-out, but a 3-and-0, picking up no yardage at all. So Fry setting up the kick. And it'll be Brennan Neal back deep for the Cougars. He'll set up at about the 24-yard line. Fry. The punt is blocked. The punt is blocked by Maxwell Jones.
Jack Fry's punt is blocked.
The Cougars have, that's their fourth block punt of the season, by the way. They have been good like that on special teams. That's the first punt block by Maxwell Jones this season. Because Mercer Hudson's blocked him. Bo Caves has got a block. And MJ Archibald. So 4 different Cougars have blocked punts. This one, Maxwell Jones. So they will set up shop on the Pachelli 29 on the Pachelli 29-yard line. 1:28 remaining here in the first half. Branch in pistol formation. Gray Jones alongside. Branch looking, throwing to his right. Good defensive play. Did a flag fly on that? Oh, really? Jaquez Morgan.
Intended for number 14, Hamilton Dixon. There is a penalty marker on the field.
Jaquez Morgan called for interfering with Hamilton or with Dixon. I guess he didn't time it right, according to the referee.
Personal foul.
Oh.
Face mask. Defense.
Oh, they called him for a face mask.
To the goal. First down.
All right, that was a face mask call. So Pacelli's first penalty of the night. Oh, not a good time for that.
No, it's the same difference. Face mask and pass interference when it comes to yardage right now, but definitely not what Pacelli wanted, just giving the Brookstone offense more gifts, which they really don't need.
Exactly. So the ball marked at the 17-yard line. Or the ball marked at the 14. I'm sorry, it's marked at the 14-yard line. All right, so Branch under center. And he ran out of time, or did they call a timeout?
There's no timeout on the play. Please reset the play clock to 25 seconds.
All right.
Start on the ring.
So they're just resetting the play clock. I guess it was not set properly at the beginning.
Yeah, they had the ball originally set to 17. The play clock was running. Broughton Branch was pleading with the official, no, it should be on the 14-yard line. Come on, ref. And he got his wish granted, but the play clock's running down, so
all right, Branch taking the handoff to Gray Jones, and Gray Jones cuts back. He is brought down inside the 10-yard line.
Gray Jones, the runner.
But a pickup of about 9 yards. And Brookstone calling a timeout. So after the 5-yard ball mark, a pickup of 4, ball marked down on the 10-yard line. So the 1:05 left. Pacelli really needs a big defensive stand, because the turnaround from having them pinned deep and then probably allowing Brookstone to score and then a 3-and-out, this is not good for the Vikings.
Yeah, they need to really come up with a big defensive goal line stand of their own, like Brookstone had down here on this side of the field a couple drives ago.
Yeah, they get the ball first. So at this point, just keeping him off the scoreboard here and making him settle for a field goal maybe. But the Vikings, they need something positive to happen here, because there's going to have to be a lot of adjustments in the end at halftime. Now, Dwight Jones is really good making adjustments.
Yeah,
you've seen it
absolutely.
Time and time again this season. If they've had trouble in the first half, Pachelli is more of a second-half team anyway.
Yeah, and this game, the margins aren't really big in this game. You think of the 14-point swing that would have happened down there when Pachelli turned the ball over on downs at the 5. If Pachelli goes in and scores, they score 7, but they turned it over. Brookstone went down the field and they scored 7. It's a 14-point swing, and that's the difference in the ball game right now.
All right, so the ball
down 2.
The ball on the 6. 2nd and 2 from the 6. And the give going nowhere. Going nowhere.
Brookstone gives to Gray Jones.
Gray Jones stopped. It looks like no gain on the play. So that'll set up a 3rd and 2 on the 6-yard line.
Keon Williams, the lead tackler.
That was big Keon Williams there, plugged up the middle of the hole right there.
All right, 41 seconds, the clock running. Branch rolling to his right, looking to throw into the end zone. Diving catch, but he is out of bounds.
Branch's pass is incomplete.
So that sets up a 4th down. And will they bring out the field goal unit? I would expect them to. Yeah, Jimmy Hunter will come out. Jimmy Hunter will come out. So you got to figure this will be about a 24-yard kick.
And under normal circumstances, you would probably go for it. But with a chance to take a 3-possession lead into the locker room, can't pass that opportunity.
No, you can't, not at all.
Jimmy Hunter on
So
the field goal.
34 seconds remaining here in the half. Hunter will set it up from about the 12, so it'll be a 22-yard kick. Down, the kick is up, and he missed it left. It went wide left.
Wow.
Wow. That is huge. That is huge. Hunter on the season was 6 for 8, coming in 6 for 8 on field goals. He included a 46-yarder, but he misses a 22-yard chip shot. A big break for the Vikings.
Yeah, it looked like he just went over the top and hooked it to the left. Sounds like you off the 13 the other day, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, I'm all too familiar with that kind of thing. Yeah, if it goes right, it's a hook. It goes, or if it goes left, it's a slice. If it goes right, it's a hook. It goes straight, it's a miracle.
That's right.
So there you go. So missed field goal. So the Vikings get a big break. They get the ball 34 seconds left. They may run one play just to see if something will happen. And if it doesn't, they'll lick their wounds and head into the locker room and try to refigure what to do. All right, the give is to Nelson. Nelson up the middle. He's hit by a lot of blue hats, and he will not go down. A pickup of about 6 or 7 yards.
Nelson.
Jason Nelson doing Jason Nelson things on that one. He is a great runner, no question about it.
He really fights through every play. He earns every yard, every inch. I think he's going to be a big key for this Pachelli offense if they want to come back and make this a ball game.
Here's the thing, though. Trying to tackle him, he deals out some punishment.
Oh, yeah.
3, are they going to let it? They're going to let the clock run out. All right. So that is that for the first half. It does not go the way Pachelli wanted it to, but the game is still within reach. We're going to go to the half. The Pachelli Vikings trailing the Brookstone Cougars 14-0. You are watching Vikings football on beaviking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I can say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Grills Night Out.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
GMC SUVs, GMC SUVs. On sale now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. The GMC Terrain, the compact SUV with seating for 5. And now discounted up to $6,500 off. The full-size GMC Yukons, discounted up to $9,000 off. Choose from almost 200 new GMCs. Get your best price every day on the lot or online at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your... Touchdown! Woo!
Mountain Dew.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the ambassador scholarship was interesting to me because you did events to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Let's go! Woo! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo! Yeah!
Grab a Pepsi Wild Cherry and get wild.
Glenn Smith Chevrolet is loaded with over 500 new and used on the lot and on the way. Check out the big Chevy Silverado 2500 HDs, discounted up to $9,000 off. And you'll love the stylish SUV that has plenty of room for the whole family. Chevy Tahoe's up to $9,000 off. Come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika for big discounts with a fantastic selection. Or explore anytime, anywhere at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I can say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Get your grills out this summer with Pepsi, the official beverage of Girls Night Out.
Football is back, and the only thing that makes it better is some delicious food from Zaxby's. They're a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And I can tell you that everyone on this team loves their chicken. Get all the favorites, such as their signature chicken sandwich, or try the new chicken finger tacos with your favorite drink. From amazing salads, wings, chicken fingers, and some of the best drinks around, there isn't a better way to enjoy our broadcast without getting some fantastic meals from Zaxby's. Check out the two here in Phoenix City, one off Crawford Road and the other on US 80. Thank you again to Zaxby's for sponsoring Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, and make sure you call them for all your catering and tailgating needs this football season.
GMC SUVs, GMC SUVs. On sale now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. The GMC Terrain, the compact SUV with seating for 5. And now discounted up to $6,500 off. The full-size GMC Yukons, discounted up to $9,000 off. Choose from almost 200 new GMCs. Get your best price every day on the lot or online at glennsmith.com.
Get ready to smile.
All right, welcome back to Diamond Field, the St. Anne Pachelli High School. The stadium here on campus of St. Anne Pacelli High School. Yeah. The Vikings trailing Brookstone by a score of 14-0 here at the half. It was a rough first half for Pacelli, to say the least. Brookstone pretty much dominated things.
Yeah, 257-60 total yard advantage for Brookstone. They ran 6 more plays. Pacelli had that one drive where they drove down to the 5-yard line, couldn't punch it in the end zone, attempted a 4th down conversion, which they failed. All the other drives, Dave, 3 plays or less. This Brookstone defense has had their way in the first 24 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Brookstone they had 10 first downs. Pacelli managed 3, and one of them was on penalty. The scoring in this, at the 8:51 mark of the first quarter, Gray Jones with a 6-yard touchdown run, and that gave the Cougars a 7-0 lead. Then with 3 minutes remaining in the half, Dylan Terry with a 33-yard run to make it 14-0. The 2 other things that happened was Pacelli managed to get it into the red zone and came up short, had Brookstone basically jammed up against their own goal line, and they put together that 92-yard run, or 92-yard drive where Terry scored. It was a 14-point swing. The only good thing that happened was a little bit of misfortune for Brookstone. Brookstone tried a short chip shot field goal in the final minute, and Jimmy Hunter's kick was wide left. So it is still 14-0. Pacelli trailing. The good news, of course, is they will get the kick to start off the second half.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see what they do on offense. They've had success in spurts on the ground. Really haven't tried any downfield shots so far through the passing game. Down 14-0, you got to imagine they're going to pull at least one of those stops out to try to get back in this thing.
They're going to have to do something to get this offense going. They've got the offensive line and defensive lines both have got to get tougher in the trenches if they're going to have any hopes. The one thing they had going for him is Jason Nelson's running. Nelson's pretty much unstoppable. You get enough hats on him, though, they're going to be able to tackle him. Hey, we got some scores for games going on tonight. Hardaway and Columbus in the Midtown Showdown. Hardaway's Hawks lead this thing 34-0 at the half. Stars Mill leads Harris County 7-0 at the half. That's pretty solid because Stars Mill is ranked 9th in state. Oh, yeah. They're undefeated. Harris County's off to that great start. They're trying to see what they can do about making some noise in that region.
Yeah, and over in Alabama, Glenwood on the road at Dadeville. The Gators still undefeated in the first season in the AHSAA. Tough game against Dadeville. Dadeville beat Lee Scott 2 weeks ago. They're up 14-0 in the second quarter. Then Auburn all over Smith Station right now, 20-6. That game also in the second quarter.
And one GIAA game of interest. Defending state champ FPD is playing John Millage, and FPD's Vikings leading this one 28-7. The game in the second quarter. All right, so we're getting ready to start things off. The Vikings desperately needing to put together a good drive, establish the fact that they can move the ball on the Cougars and try to reassert themselves and get back in this ball game.
Absolutely, and again, we saw Brookstone on their opening drive. I thought was really creative and really smart in their play calling. I think Pachelli hasn't been bad in that aspect at all. It's just the Brookstone defense has been ready. I like to see if them get a little more creative, maybe try the perimeter, not just on the screen passes, but on jet sweeps, on a run-off tackle. They tried it a couple of times, weren't exceptionally successful, but as you mentioned, this offensive line, they just got to dig deep, get gritty, and get some push up there up front.
One thing to note, DJ Colvin has yet to touch the ball, which is unexpected because Colvin's their scat back guy. Number 22, the sophomore, has gained over 600 yards on the season so far, and he has yet to carry the ball at all. He had to touch nothing. So we will see if they kind of shift gears on that here in the second half. All right, so Jimmy Hunter will kick things off for Brookstone. Hunter's had 2 kickoffs tonight, and both went out of bounds.
Yeah, it's been kind of weird, really. He hasn't had any issue kicking in the end zone for touchbacks all year. Was perfect last game out against Calvary on that front, but he's hooked both of his to the left, and he kicked him out of bounds. He
came into the season with 23 touchbacks on 26 kicks. All right, here we go. Hunter boots it downfield, and it goes out of bounds. No, it does not. It stayed inbounds, and it's Jason Nelson scooping it up at the 5. He didn't have any choice.
How unlucky was that?
That was not good. Nelson crossed the field, brought down on the 7-yard line. It was a 2-yard kickoff return.
That ball was walking a tightrope right down that sideline. Did not fall over to the left. Pretty unfortunate there for Pachelli.
Because it started to fetch up, too. It didn't look like it was going to go into the end zone. So Pachelli will start off deep in their own end. on this opening drive. They're going to have to take this bad boy on the 7. They're going to take it 93 yards to make it happen.
And Jimmy Hunter, who we mentioned, had that short missed field goal at the end of the first half, which I really think keeps Pachelli in. It would have been a 3-possession lead at the half if that would have gone in. He got lucky on that one, and the first really good special teams play besides the block punt, obviously, in the first half for Brookstone so far in this ball game.
So here's Pachelli's chance to try to take command of this thing. All right, Thompson at quarterback, 1 back in the backfield. J.D. Davis was in motion. Now he's settled. All right, taking off the give to Zion Mabry, and Mabry hit immediately. Jackson James with the hit, too, on that one. He gave him no room to work at all. Looked like it was MJ. Also in on the tackle, that was MJ Archibald. So a loss of 2 yards on the play.
It is blocking someone who is trying to leave, so if that's you.
So Pachelli will get, it's going to be a 2nd and 12 from their own 5-yard line.
2nd down.
Thompson with Zion Mabry in the backfield with him. Thompson faking it, throwing upfield, connects. It's a complete. Nice catch there. Nice run. That was J.D. Davis making the catch and picking up the first down. Moving the chains.
And there's that passing game. And Morgan had a step on Brendan Neal, the corner. Would have been another complete pass on the slant. Just good play there by Bo Caves to get a big pull up there and bat it down.
All right, 2nd and 10 from the 17. Thompson with Zion Mabry in the backfield. Justin Sanchez setting up as the H-back. Mabry taking a handoff off left tackle, finding a hole. Mabry, nice run, but the flags are flying. Let's see which direction this one goes.
Looks like a Cougar got a late push on that one after the tackle was made.
So we will see. It is indeed personal foul. So it'll be a 15-yard gimme there. Vikings more than happy to take that one.
On the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's after a 6-yard gain, so tack another 15 on there.
And slowly the penalties are creeping up for the Cougars.
Yep. And so that pushes the ball all the way up to the 37-yard line. So the Vikings, 1st and 10 on their own 37, moving the ball now. Sanchez again setting up in H-back formation. Faking to give to Mabry instead upfield the pass.
What a throw.
Beautiful pass right to Jaquez Morgan. That was the thing of beauty.
That was right on the money, right in the numbers. Beautiful throw there.
It was a tight window, too.
Oh, yeah. It was good coverage there by Brookstone. It looks like they have adjusted a little bit to trying to defend the slant.
So another first down for the Vikings. Remember how they didn't have any first downs in the first half? Yeah. That's what adjustments are. Dwight Jones is a master making adjustments at halftime.
Absolutely.
So the ball on the 47-yard line. Pachelli on the move. 1st and 10 here. 9:50 remaining in the third quarter. The Vikings try to come back from a 14-0 disadvantage. Give to Mabry. Mabry going off right tackle. Puts his head down. A short gain. Power run. Pickup of maybe 3 on that. Ball now at midfield. Harrison Baker coming up with the stop on the play. 2nd and 7. Lee Hamner sending in the play. There we go. Thompson getting with the guys, getting set up. Mabry the slowing back, set up in the backfield. Give to Mabry. Mabry off left tackle this time. Pickup of a couple. And that one he's brought down by Harrison Baker. But another pickup. Another 3 yards or so. So that gets the ball to the 47 of the Cougars. So it'll be 3rd and 4.
And I really like how Pachelli's taking their time here offensively. Not panicking, not rush, knowing that if they play their game plan, do their thing, they'll get down and score and make this a ball game again.
And the offensive line has been making a stand here. They've been taking control line of scrimmage, and they've been picking up some decent yardage.
Big throw down here, though.
J.D. Davis in motion, setting up in the slot. Give is to DJ Colvin. Colvin brought down quickly.
Mercer Hudson there, good tackle, coming off the edge.
So,
Give to Donovan Colvin.
looks like no gain on the play. That sets up a 4th and 4. 4th and 4, so the Vikings are going to be forced to punt. They were able to move the ball, though. If they can make a defensive stop, they've built something here. All right, Jack Fry to punt. Fry gets the punt away. Brennan Neal calls for the fair catch on about the 6-yard line. A very nice punt by Jack Fry. A punt of about 41 yards.
Beautiful kick there again by Jack Fry.
So that's what they needed to do. They need to pin Brookstone back there, but the other thing is they can't let him out. If you got him trapped, you got to keep him there.
Which in the one time that they did after turning the ball over at the Brookstone 5, Brookstone converted a 3rd and 15 on the ground, and they didn't look back and went on to have a 92-yard touchdown drive.
Yeah, so that's how not to do it.
Yeah, got to change the script on this one if you're Pachelli defensively.
Exactly. All right. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball marked on the 8-yard line. All right, they're going to run the ball first play. Left side, lots of red hats on that one.
Brookstone hands off to Gray Jones.
Gray Jones going nowhere.
Looks like he lost a couple.
Yeah.
The play lost 1 yard.
A loss of a yard, that's more like it. This is the Pachelli defense we've been seeing all season long. Again, making adjustments. So 2nd 11 from the 7. The one thing Brookstone's been able to do that other teams have not, and that's move the ball through the air. Other teams have, but it's been in 3rd and 4th quarter when Pachelli already had the advantage. All right, Branch dropping back, looking to his right. The pass overthrows them. He was looking for Hamilton Dixon, overthrows him completely. Uriah Mazik had him covered pretty good, though.
Yeah, it looked like a little confusion on the route. One of the receivers slipped, the slot receiver slipped near the hash marks, and a little sloppy there, but this is where Pachelli wants some 3rd down and long.
Exactly. So the Vikings, can they make the defensive stand here? This would force Brookstone to have to punt from their own end zone. Grubb is a really good punter, but if you back him up, that's when mistakes happen. All right, 3rd and 11 from the 7. Branch in pistol formation. Dropping back, looking downfield. Man wide open, but no, it's tipped and picked. Uriah Mazik coming up with the pass tipped by Jack Fry, and Uriah taking it to the house.
Unbelievable.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Vikings!
That's how you flip the strip, Dave.
Wow, that's how it's done. A thing of beauty. Broughton Branch trying to throw it downfield. Wide open, right? No. Maxwell Jones covered by Jack Fry. Fry tips it. Uriah Mazik picking it up and taking it downfield. Watch him cut back against the grain. Nobody's going to touch him. He is gone. Touchdown, Vikings.
2 games in a row now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Yep.
Another tip ball as well. Practicing the tip drills in practice really paying off now for the Pachelli defense.
Jack and Uriah got that thing working. All right, Fry setting up for the extra point. The snap from Jake Wood. The kick is good. So, with 6:42 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Uriah Mazik, a interception return for the touchdown, and suddenly the Vikings are back in business. That cuts the Brookstone lead to 14-7. That's exactly what they needed. Counting stripes on that one, that looks like the return is about a 38-yard kick. I'm going to call it 38 yards. A 38-yard pick six from Uriah Mazik. That's how it's done. So now the Vikings get a big old shot in the arm.
And the momentum has completely shifted. Pressure now all on the Brookstone offense to get something going to regain a 2-possession lead.
Yeah, for the first time this is the first time in the game Branch has not been able to find his receivers. His receivers haven't been wide open.
Oh, no.
They've adjusted their pass coverage, and it's showing. All right, Jack Fry booting it. And
returnable.
It's returnable, taken by Tolbert on about the 3. Tolbert going to left side, and he slips. A fumble. Now the ground caused that.
Okay.
The ground caused that fumble. He must have tripped over the 25-yard line or whatever. It was a good return by Tolbert. That's for sure.
Fumbles and recovers.
So Brookstone will have field position as far as the Cougars are concerned on that one. That was a great shot in the arm. The Vikings needed that so badly. Brookstone will start on the 27-yard line, 6:36 remaining here in the third quarter. Broughton Branch in pistol formation, a handoff to, I'm assuming, Gray Jones. He's brought down almost immediately. Mercer Hudson.
And that Pachelli defensive line really had their way on that play up front.
A pickup of about, we'll call it 3. We'll say it's on the 30, so it'll be a 2nd and 7 from the 30 for the Cougars. Vikings have come out here, spitting a little fire here. Branch's handoff. That handoff was to Dylan Terry. Terry taking it up the middle with a couple of cuts.
Just shy of the first down.
A little bit short. Pickup of about 6. So that takes it to the 36-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Vikings fans, it's 3rd down.
Time to see what the guys in red can do on this 3rd and short. Branch under center. Give off tackle to Terry. No! Caught in the backfield.
Wow.
Three Vikings swarming him. Looks like Naseem Hudson-Henderson, one of the guys. Wow.
And that's going to force a punt.
That's huge. That's a shot in the arm, to say the least. A loss. Wow. A loss on the.
Loss of 3 on the play. 4th down and 4. Brookstone in punt formation.
Nice.
We got Cam Carino. John Thompson back.
All right. Grubb back to punt.
25.
Grubb getting the punt away, aiming it at Cam Carino, who calls for the fair catch on the 30-yard line, or the 29 or 30-yard line.
Will be at the 30-yard line. That's where Pachelli will take over.
And how different does this game feel from 7 minutes ago, Dave?
Oh, I know.
Unbelievable.
It's a complete sea change here. The Vikings taking care of business on defense twice now. Keeping Brookstone. Brookstone has yet to get a first down in this half. So there you go. And the Vikings, they had a decent drive, though it did stall, and then the pick 6. Now let's see if the offense, the shot in the arm the defense gave them. You know how it is with momentum. Sometimes it just builds. You can feel it. And then you take it and you convert that energy into points. All right, Thompson setting up in the backfield. Braden Hudson in the H-back spot. Give to Zion Mabry. Mabry off left tackle. Puts his head down. Pushing. He's pushed back. A pickup, though, of about 3 or 4 yards. He's a good power runner.
And that's what he's been doing all night, 3 or 4 on the ground. And if you can get 3 or 4 plays every time, that's exactly what Pachelli wants when it comes to the ground game.
Yep, a pickup of 4 for Mabry, the sophomore doing the job. Setting up 2nd and 6 from the 34-yard line. Again, Hudson in H-back formation. Give again to Mabry. Mabry right up the middle, finding another hole. He's churning. A lot of blue hats. You see a lot of blue hats on these. That's Nelson rather than Mabry.
The play gain 4 yards.
Pick up a 4. Having 2 power runners is a big deal.
3rd down now, 2 yards.
3rd and 2.
The line to gain is the 40.
Justin Sanchez out there now. The Vikings have been setting up with the H-back formations, and usually that's the lead back on the plays, but we'll see if they maybe do a counter here or something. Got twins to the right, twins to the left too.
Looks like there's a little confusion. They got to hurry up and get this play off.
Yeah, 5, 4, and 1. They got the place, the snap. The give is to Nelson. Nelson swarmed in the backfield. But he doesn't quit. He keeps churning. He makes it back to the line of scrimmage. He was down. I swear he was down for maybe a loss of 4, but he never stopped. He never stopped.
Jason Nelson, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the field.
We'll see what the flag is. I'm guessing it's.
I believe they picked it up.
Oh, they picked the flag up, so they never. Okay, it was.
There is no flag on the field.
It was a loss of 1 on the play, but that was still a great run. That was a great run by Nelson. So the Vikings forced to punt this time. No first downs, and this is the 3 and out, which is not what they wanted. It'll be up to Jack Fry to see if he could pin Brookstone back deep again. 2 setting up back there this time now. You've got Tolbert and you've got Neal.
Delay of game. They didn't get the snap off.
Ugh. Oh, well. Late on the snap, which is going to cost them 5. It's only their second penalty of the night. They played a really clean game tonight. For all the issues they've had, no penalties. And the only penalty they had in the first half did not cost them. So we'll have to try that one again, back it up. So the ball be marked at the 32. Again, Brookstone, Pachelli's gone to having two men back fielding punts as well. You're seeing a little bit more of that. Now Neal's the only one back there. Fry's punt. Good hang time. It takes a bounce, and it takes a big-time Pachelli bounce. It rolls, still rolling. And it stops at about the 19-yard line. Cam Carino downing it.
Jack Fry's kick.
So a nice kick by Fry. And there's a flag on the field. Flag at midfield.
I think a
personal
foul. Yeah, a little more extracurricular activity after the punt.
Yeah. Either that or the umpires decide he's going to fly, because there's been a little bit too much of referees having to stick their hands out to both sides tonight. Really got a little chippy in spots. All right. Well, let's see who it's on. It's on Brookstone.
Wow. And that's
So,
2 personal foul penalties against them now.
Yeah, Brookstone's had a lot of penalties tonight. I mean, they had 4 penalties for 35 yards in the first half. That gives them 6 flags on the night.
And that's a huge one, too, moving the ball back from the 20 back to the 10.
Wow.
Another drop starting in very deep field position on their own side of the field.
And the way Pachelli is playing defense, this is an opportunity.
Yeah. It's a scary spot for the Cougars offense.
All right, Branch setting up in pistol formation. The give to Gray Jones doesn't look like it's going to go much anywhere.
Gray Jones. Stop made by Jack Fry.
Maybe picked up one. Picked up maybe one. So 2nd and 9. Suddenly that Pachelli defensive line has established itself, as has the offensive line to some degree. 1:53 remaining here in the third quarter, 14-7. This game has always gone down to the last possession. This one looking like it just very well might too. Branch keeping it on the snap. It looked like he missed the handoff or some sort of problem in the backfield. A broken play.
Stop made by number 28, Zach Ellis.
Zach Ellis from his defensive tackle slot making the stop.
No gain on the play.
And stopped at the line, so it's going to be a 3rd and 9 from the 11.
3rd down.
3rd and 11. Time for another big play from the Vikings defense.
The same position they made that pick 6 in last drive.
That's right. Branch in pistol formation. Dropping back, looking to his left this time. Overthrown. Cam Carino almost. Cam Carino leaped. It was out of reach for Carino, but he threw into double or triple coverage there. There was no way that was going anywhere.
Yeah, and this secondary has really covered these Brookstone receivers very well so far in the second half. Broughton Branch just can't find anybody open.
Adjustments. The famed adjustments.
4th down, 9.
So now Grubb back to punt. You got Thompson and Carino back to receive at about midfield. Grubb's punt. They almost got a hand on it. Whistle. Play whistle dead.
Looks like encroachment against Pachelli. It'll still be 4th down.
Yeah. Since it's 4th and 9, it makes it.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Just a little early on the aggressive attempt to try to block the punt there.
Yeah, they almost got their hand on it, too.
It was close.
It was. So here we go. Try it again. So the guys, Thompson and Carino are going to have to set up on the 45 now. Grubb getting the punt away. And it hops. It takes a slight Pachelli bounce. Or no, excuse me, a slight Cougar bounce. That came really close to hitting Carino.
That was a good punt.
He didn't bail out like he should have, but it's down at about the 31-yard line.
Punt down at the 31-yard line.
It was a 52-yard punt, I believe. There, it's a good punt by Grubb.
Yeah. Well,
both punters have had a good night so far.
Yeah, they have. I mean, Grubb's longest was 56 this season, and he's dumped at least he's dumped 10 of them inside the 20. Grubb is one of the better punters in GIAA. And Fry has been consistently getting better and better as the season goes on. Because remember, Pachelli has 2 punters. They also have Ethan Sanders, who they call on for the shorter punts. He has a lot better touch. Yep. Fry gets a lot of deep punts.
Yeah.
Sanders is pretty good at placing it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 on the 31. Thompson fakes the handoff to Colvin, rolling to his left, going downfield, and J.D. Davis got behind the defense, but he cannot make the catch. He had Maxwell Jones beat, and he could not bring it in.
It was good anticipation there. Just could not quite haul it in. It was a good throw. Would have been a tough catch.
It would have been a very tough catch. He almost had it. Almost had it. Yeah. Great play call. Because Thompson rolled free. He had plenty of time.
And I think the passing game showing up for Pachelli is really pressing this Brookstone defense to try to back off a little bit, which can open up the run game for Pachelli.
Well, they have to. The whole thing is Pachelli, though, is it's like 3-to-1 rush to pass. And so they're forcing him to respect the pass, and that makes a lot of difference.
2nd down, 10.
And that should open things up on the ground. All right, Thompson in pistol. Fakes to give to Colvin. Quick out to Quez Morgan. He could not quite hang on to it. Almost picked off on the tip. But incomplete.
Try the run before he caught it there, Dave.
Yeah. You got to make the catch before you can do anything else with it. It's so tempting. All right, 3rd and 10 from the 31. 30 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Brookstone holding a 14-7 lead on the Vikings. All right, Thompson and pistol. Single back, DJ Colvin. Going downfield to Jaquez Morgan. Morgan makes the catch. He makes the catch at the 40-yard line. He was covered by Brennan Neal, and he won the jump ball.
And that was tremendous technique there. He slowed down a little bit to make sure he timed his jump correctly, and Neal never turned around to really look for the ball. Tremendous play there by Jaquez Morgan. Good throw in the back shoulder there by Thompson. What a play.
29-yard pickup. So 1st and 10 on the Brookstone 40-yard line for the Vikings. 17-16, clock is running. That will likely be the first. Well, we'll see if that's the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Back in the Wildcat.
They're in the Wildcat. Nelson taking the snap, going off right tackle, picking up a few yards as time expires. Wow. That was nice. That was exactly what the Pachelli Vikings wanted to see. The Vikings picking up some yardage and on the move as the 3rd quarter ends. Pachelli on the move, trying to come back from a 14-7 Brookstone lead. You are watching Vikings football on BeAViking.com and Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, on the mountain we've got a saying. Get off your...
Touchdown! Woo. Mountain
All right, back to Dymo Field. The Pachelli Vikings driving, trailing 14-7 here as the fourth quarter gets underway. The snap's a direct snap to Zion Mabry. Mabry slipping forward, perhaps picking up enough for the first down. Some extracurricular activity going on down there.
No flag that
Brennan
time.
Neal and Justin Sanchez getting into it. No flags fly, though.
Zion Mabry, the ball carrier.
Mabry taking it down to the 32-yard line. So it was a pickup of on the play of about 9 from the 41.
Third down and 1.
3rd and 1 on the 32-yard line. Direct snap to Mabry. Mabry trying to find room.
Wow,
Somehow he somehow found a hole and slipped through. He had 3 Cougars on him, and somehow he managed to flinch forward and get that first down. Pickup of 2 yards.
A little Jason Nelson effort on that one by Mabry.
That
was met in the backfield. He just fell forward, never quit on the play, got just enough for the first down. Huge pickup there, huge conversion for Pachelli.
That was a great run by Mabry. Mabry jogging off the field. DJ Colvin slides in. Colvin is setting up at the wide receiver spot. Jason Nelson now setting him in the backfield. Looks like are they gonna go? Looks like they're in Wildcat formation. Nelson taking the snap, taking straight up the middle. Churning, there was no hole. And again, Colvin. It's Colvin and Brennan Neal getting into it downfield now. The referees are talking to them, trying to calm things down. Extracurricular is not what you want to do. 10-15 remaining in a close game. A 15-yard penalty would be a bad idea. It would kill this drive.
And it's a big rivalry game, very emotional, but you got to keep your emotions in check.
Yes.
Don't want to cost your team, as Brookstone's cost themselves 30 yards personal foul penalty so far tonight.
Exactly.
Second down, 7.
2nd and 7 from the 27 for the Vikings. Colvin in motion. It's going to be an attempted jet sweep. Brookstone got some penetration through the offensive line. Colvin did manage. Looks like he managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and the snap looked a little low there. I threw off the timing on the give to Colvin.
Yeah.
But good pursuit there and good stand there by the Brookstone defense, and another 3rd down coming up for Pachelli.
Yeah, and after the play, there's a lot of talking going on.
Oh yeah.
Got to keep as you said, got to keep your emotions in check. 3rd and 7, the ball in the 27-yard line. The Vikings putting together a solid drive here in this fourth quarter, down 7, looking to even things up. Thompson back in the game, Mabry in the backfield with him. Thompson looking, rolling to his right. Will he throw? He's under pressure. He takes the ball. He's run out of bounds by Maxwell Jones.
John Thompson, quarterback.
Thompson
on the right side.
picking up a little bit of yardage to the 24-yard line, a pickup of 3. So that sets up a 4th and 4.
Brings up 4th down and 4.
4th and 4. Let's see what they decide to do here. Colvin coming into the game. J.D. Davis coming out. Nelson coming in. Mabry coming out. Justin Sanchez in. He'll be setting up in the H-back spot. 12 on the play clock. Thompson setting up under center. And whistles. Timeout Pachelli. You got to get this one right.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought they were going to come to the line and just try to bait him into jumping off sides to get a cheap free first down, but Dwight Jones, obviously, in such a pivotal moment, you want to talk this over and make sure you get the play call right.
So you got to get it right. Hey, thirsty for something refreshing? Time to crack open a Pepsi, the perfect drink to quench your thirst and fuel your day. Whether you're chilling with friends, catching a game, or just need a burst of bold flavor, Pepsi is your go-to choice. Let's hear it for Pepsi and Buffalo Rock. Yeah, this is what it's all about at this point. They've got to get this done. This under 9 minutes to go. You haven't spent much time in the red zone here, so you got to get there first. You can't afford to not come away with points here.
Yeah, and you got to think with 8:50 to go. Just thinking about how many possessions you may have left. You might have 2, 3 max. You would imagine the Pachelli defense has really stepped up, and the Brookstone offense I don't think I've really seen on the field at all this whole second half. So
yeah.
they've really stepped up, but every drive from here on in is just so crucial.
Yep. Yeah, Brookstone had the ball 3 times. You're looking at 2 3-and-outs and then 1 giveaway. Mm-hmm. So the Pacelli defense has stepped up and completely shut the Cougars down. It's time for the offense to do their thing. All right, they're setting up a tight formation here. Thompson flipping it downfield. It is picked off by Maxwell Jones on about the 16-yard line. Jones taking it down the near sideline and shoved out of bounds at about the 30.
Brookstone was not fooled on that play at all.
Nope.
They hung back and expected that.
Yeah, he threw into heavy coverage. Yeah. There really wasn't much. Thompson didn't have anywhere to go with it. He rolled this right. They had Jason Nelson out wide out. He was looking for Nelson, I think, down the near sideline, but he was covered.
Yeah, and he was rolling right, and Mercer Hudson for the Cougars busted right through the line, and he had to get rid of it quick, and nobody found separation.
So they come up empty on this one. That hurts. Time for the defense to do it one more time. All right, so Brookstone will begin this drive on their own 31-yard line. 1st and 10. You've got Branch under center.
Ashton Gloystein in as the fullback.
All right, give to Great Jones. Jones finding a hole. That's the first time they've been able to move the ball at all here in the second half. He might have picked up 5 yards, 4 or 5 yards. Yeah, they're going to mark it at the 35-yard line. Pick up a 4. Pick up a 4, which will set up a 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. The Vikings need a big defensive play here. They want to keep them 3rd and long and try to keep things so they're more predictable. Branch under center. Handoff. Jones up the middle.
It's going to be 3rd down.
It'll be 3rd down.
Great Jones on the carry.
Looks like Zach Ellis on it, along with, it looks like Nassim Hudson-Henderson on the stop. The ball marked down at the 38-yard line. Pick up a 3, so it sets up a 3rd and 3.
Vikings fans, one more time.
It's time.
3rd down.
They have to come up with a stop here. It's big. This is a big play.
Absolutely.
Branch faking the handoff. He is hit in the backfield.
Dropped it.
The pass was meant for Hamilton Dixon. The ball was dropped, but not to mention the fact that Jaquez Morgan dropped Mr. Branch, hit him just as he threw the ball.
And Branch had him wide open. It was right in his hands. He just couldn't catch it. Would have been a huge 1st down for Brookstone, but looks like they're going to bring out the punt team.
They're going to have to.
4th down, 3.
If they go for it here and do not get it, that'd be. Brookstone wants to challenge Pacelli, make them move it down the field. They have to prove they can do it because the offense has yet to find the end zone. You got to keep that in mind. All right, Grubb setting back the punt, gets it away, and it is called for a fair catch by John Thompson on about the 32-yard line. So not horrible field position, pretty good. 7:22 remaining. The Vikings. The clock is ticking as they try to come back from a 14-7 disadvantage. All right, feel the fizz. Taste the excitement. Grab the Pepsi and dive into that crisp, refreshing taste that only Pepsi can deliver. It's more than just a drink, it's a vibe. Let's hear it for Pepsi and Buffalo Rock. All right, here we go. This is a gotta do it time. Gotta do it. 7:22 remaining. Vikings on their own 32-yard line as they begin. The Vikings on their own 23-yard line. Give Colvin up the middle. Ooh, picking up some yardage there.
Nearly broke it too.
Donovan Colvin.
He's a scat back. He's quick. remember, Brookstone's been looking at power running backs all night long. Colvin has finally gotten into the game.
6 yards.
That's a nice one. Pick up 6, taking it to the 29-yard line. So, 2nd and 4.
2nd down, 4.
That's the kind of play they need. Shuffling in H-backs this time. Sanchez entering the game. Let's see what they've dialed up here. 6:46 remaining. 14-7 Brookstone leads. Thompson, handoff to Colvin. Colvin looking to break loose. That was kind of a semi-jet sweep, kind of, sort of, but not quite. But whatever it was, it worked.
That's right.
It kind of looked like a jet sweep, sort of, didn't it?
Yeah.
A variation.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he
worked.
jetted all the way down to the 39.
Yeah. And
So
how about Colvin showing up late now?
Oh,
You
yeah.
mentioned didn't have a touch in the first half.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're holding him in reserve.
Yep.
Again, adjustments. Dwight Jones doing the adjustment thing. All right, 1st and 10 for Pachelli at their own 39-yard line. They're on the move with 6 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter. Thompson keeping it. Or it was a direct snap to Colvin, perhaps. He's not going anywhere. No flag on that. Mercer Hudson leading the charge. And a Pachelli player is shaken up. It's Justin Sanchez. Let's see where they mark the tackle. Yeah, it was a direct snap to Colvin. Colvin came right side, and Brookstone was all over that one.
Going to be a loss of about 4. Going to be 2nd down to 14.
Yeah, dropping it all the way back to the 35-yard line. 2nd and 14 now. Let's see what Lee Hamner sends in on this one. All right, here it goes. Twins right.
2nd down, 14.
Twins to the right, so everything's stacked to the near side of the field. Thompson dropping back, looking. Nobody open. Going deep, and J.D. Davis got behind his man. How about that? Thompson to J.D. Davis. He is brought down on the 23-yard line.
What a throw on the roll by Thompson.
First down.
Dropped it right down the chimney.
Wow, that was a great pass. .42 yards on the play. The ball now on the 23-yard line. Vikings definitely in business. 4:40 remaining here in the ball game in regulation. These games always go down to the end. This one is no different.
1st and 10
Vikings. The Vikings are in Wildcat formation. Snap to Jason Nelson. Nelson hit in the backfield quickly.
What a play by Mercer.
Mercer Hudson got in there, and he said something to Nelson right after the tackle. The Indians are getting a little chippy out there. Loss of about 4. Loss of 4, so they'll set up a 2nd and 14. Thompson coming back into the game, along with Colvin. Mabry coming out. Thompson under center. Dropping back. Hudson getting good penetration, but Thompson breaking loose out of the, turning it into a run. A nice run by Thompson.
And that was a smart play there, the tuck it and run. Just take what you can get, make it 3rd and manageable, not force the ball downfield when there's limited amount of room, only having 20 yards between you and the end zone.
Exactly. Pickup of 8 on that play, so that'll set up a 3rd and 6 on the 19-yard line. It's red zone time. They've got to convert here. 3:22, 3:21, clock ticking. 14-7, Pachelli trailing.
Doubly smart knowing it's 4-down territory anyway, so you're going to have 2 plays from here as well.
Exactly. Play clock running. A direct snap to Zion Mabry, who slips. He tried to cut, and his feet went out from under him. He still managed to lurch forward to possibly the line of scrimmage. Ouch. That hurt. No, he lost a loss of 2 yards on that play. He was going to go off. He was going to go off left tackle, and his feet his spikes lost. He lost control and went down on the 21. So you're looking at a 4th and 8 from the 21-yard line. The line to gain on this is the 17. Pachelli, by the way, has 2 timeouts. Brookstone has 3. 2:21, 2:20 remaining here in the contest.
I believe they're going to use the second one right
They're
there.
going to have to. They have got to sit down and work this thing out. This is the ball game right here. This is what it all comes down to.
Remaining in regulation.
Hey, State Farm Carroll Purdue has been a proud sponsor of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live from the very start. With over 15 years of dedicated service to the Phoenix City community, Carroll Purdue and her team are your go-to experts for all your insurance needs, whether it's home, auto, business, life, or health. Reach out to the Carroll Purdue Agency for personalized, trusted support. All right, Pacelli, they got to find the play they trust here.
Play the game right here.
Play the game right here. Whole game is on the line. 4th and 8 on their own 21-yard line. What do you think's coming?
You got to imagine it's a pass here. I like a fade route personally to either J.D. Davis
or probably Quez.
Jaquez Morgan.
Yeah, those guys, there's the go-to guys.
They've had a couple deep pass plays. They've proven they can go up and win the 50-50 jump ball. I just think with 8 yards to go, running the ball is really out of the question.
This is a reminder at the conclusion of tonight's game, fans are not allowed.
But you can't cross that out either because you've got Jason Nelson in there, and he's almost impossible to tackle.
And if things break down, John Thompson can always take off as well.
Exactly. So here we go. Off play action. Thompson going for that fade route to J.D. Davis, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Vikings!
Unreal.
Wow.
Unreal.
John Thompson to J.D. Davis. A 21-yard touchdown pass. Folks, we're the extra point away from tying this thing up.
Thompson slow to get up after the play, but what a throw. Another beautiful black shoulder throw. Thompson is – what a warrior.
Thompson shaking up on the play.
Yeah.
He's being carried off. He lofted it up, and Davis just played it perfectly.
The receivers have beautiful technique on the back shoulder throws. They don't rush it. They don't get handsy. Don't jump into it. They let it come to them. Play the ball perfectly. The defender for Brookstone never turned around. It was just beautifully played by the Pachelli receiver.
It was absolutely done, and Pachelli taking the timeout. They got to decide this one. Pachelli has had success with the two-point conversions.
That's aggressive.
So they have to decide whether they're going to go for the gold or just go for the tie and then they worry about overtime. What do you do? That's, that's tough.
I can see it going either way. Personally, your defense has been absolutely dominating so far in the second half. You trust that it's going to continue should this game go into overtime. However, your offensive line has also been playing good in the second half as well. So let's see how aggressive Dwight Jones gets. I would kick it personally, but I think Dwight Jones knows what he's doing way better than I would.
Yeah, you can't fault him if he goes for it.
Oh, no, not at all.
This has been a great comeback by the Vikings. The second half has been all Pachelli, but they've been a second-half team all season long. So here we go. How is this going to play out? I want to see this one. This is exciting, but Brookstone Pachelli games always are. I mean, Pachelli, the Vikings want to keep that jug. They want to keep that jug, and you get to keep the jug if you win it.
Looks like they're going
to. All right, looks like they're bringing out Jack Fry, so they're going to go for the extra. They're going to kick the extra point.
Jack Fry onto it.
Fry out of the hold of Ethan Sanders. Jake Wood, the long snapper. Snap is good. Kick is good. All right. Boys and girls, we got us a whole new ball game. 2 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. This game is tied up 14-14.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Did you see this coming in the first half?
Not particularly, no. I really, as you mentioned, Dwight Jones' adjustments, he's like a surgeon going in there at the half, pointing out exactly what was wrong. He found the passing game a little bit. Thompson with three that I can count. Beautiful back shoulder, deep bombs. None more big than that, one bigger than that touchdown. Unbelievable game.
All right, so here we go. Oh, 2 minutes remaining. Now it's up to the Vikings defense to get a stop. You have to remember that Brookstone's kicker, Jimmy Hunter, is good. He is really good. He's got a strong leg. So all Brookstone has got to do is get in field goal range. Hunter with a 46-yard long field goal. On the other hand, of course, he missed the chip shot.
And what is interesting here is Brookstone, with Pachelli having no timeouts, could technically take it to overtime if they choose to do so, which is taking knees. It's going to be interesting to see how aggressive they get on this drive. Plenty of time left, but
yeah. This is a good one. All right, Jack Fry kicking things off. Low line drive, and oh, baby, that's gone. That's a touchback. So, Brookstone is going to have to start from their own 20-yard line. 2:09 remaining here in this contest, all knotted up at 14. And it looks like Fry
somebody's
is cramping. That's Jack Fry. Oh, somebody else is injured. All right. Looks like Zach Ellis.
I really think the reason Pachelli kicked the extra point was the health of John Thompson. We saw him hobbling off the field after the touchdown. He's over there getting checked out by the training staff.
So there you go. All right. Zach Ellis is hopping on one leg. We'll see what's going on with that.
Yeah.
So Ellis is not in there. We'll see who slides into his spot. CJ.
Brookstone from the 20.
Yeah, as expected. CJ Thomas is in there instead. All right. Branch dropping back to pass, looking over the middle, finding Maxwell Jones. He is brought down by Jack Fry on the 36-yard line.
Another beautiful throw over the middle by Branch.
It was.
First down, Brookstone.
They have to remember that Brookstone's got a good kicker now. Branch. In pistol. Looking again to throw. Looking for Jones.
What a catch.
Wow,
Holy cow.
Jones. They said he came up with it. That was very close to being a trap.
Yeah.
Jones, first down, Brookstone.
Laid up for that one for sure.
Yeah.
Man, what a grab.
But now the ball's on the 47-yard line, a pickup of 11. This is not good. All right, Branch dropping back, looking deep again.
Screen.
A little short screen to Gray Jones. And he manages to get it. He goes out of bounds. It looks like they pick up another first down. 1:29 remaining. And the ball is in Pachelli territory. It is on the 47-yard line. Or excuse me, the 42-yard line. Again, Branch looking to throw. Under pressure, chased out of the pocket by Hunter Hall. The throw downfield is
caught by out of bounds.
Jakeith Tolbert makes the catch, but he is out of bounds. So that sets up a 2nd and 10 from the Brookstone 42-yard line. 1:19 remaining in a tie ball game. Brookstone is trying to get it into field goal range at very least. Branch dropping back, looking down the far sideline. There's a flag. It's going to be, they're probably going to call Uriah Mazik for not turning around. It's probably going to be pass interference. But I don't think it was a catchable ball, but he caught it, but was he out of bounds? We'll have to wait and see here. Let's see what Lauren Harper calls. Or did they just rule it a catch? Here we go.
Holding. Defense.
Defensive holding. Okay, a defensive holding. And they ruled it a catch.
Yep.
The ball is now on the 20-yard line. On the 21. That is definitely in field goal range.
What a throw there by Branch.
It was. And what a catch.
Yeah.
All right. Now, 107, they're going to let it run. Now all they're going to do is they're going to be happy to get a field goal. Gray Jones off right tackle.
To give us to Gray Jones.
A big pickup there.
Smartly slid down in bounds near the 12.
Ugh.
I'm sure they're trying to set up Hunter for the game-winning field goal.
8 yards, second down and 2.
49. Under center now. Branch taking the snap. The give. The give was to Dylan Terry.
He's down near the 1 or the 2.
He's pushed out of bounds like at the 1 or the 2 yard line. So
timeout Brookstone, 32 seconds remaining.
with 32 seconds remaining. Ouch. Oh, this is a tough one. They're marking the ball at the 3. So Brookstone's got the ball at the 3 with 32 seconds left. They'd be happy to kick the field goal. This is a tough one for Pachelli. They allowed too much yardage in the very beginning of the drive, playing soft, and Brookstone has been taking advantage of it.
You just got to find a way to get a defensive stop here, and we've seen Hunter miss a short one earlier.
That's
all you got. You got to get a stop and just hope that happens again.
They've got to come up. They've got to come up with a big defensive play here. They got to come up with a big defensive play here, and force them to kick the field goal and hope for the best.
It's going to be interesting to see how Brookstone plays this. Do they really try to punch it in, or do they just try to center the ball? Obviously, the last thing you want to do is cough the ball up. Ball security monumental right here.
Exactly. Unless they try to do a quarterback sneak. We'll see. Branch taking it, dropping back, handoff, hit in the backfield. Did they make the stop?
Down the 1.
Okay, ball marked down.
To give to Dylan Terry.
Terry taking it. Is it marked to the 1? Looks
close to it.
Looks like they marked it at the 2.
Timeout Brookstone.
A pickup of a yard.
3 seconds.
It was a pickup of a yard. Is it down at the 1? It's hard to tell from this angle where they're marking it.
Looks like to me it's about 2.5 feet away from the end zone.
Ugh.
Just inside the 1.
So they're going to take one crack at it, and you have to make a stop, a big stop here. The Vikings are going to have to work at this one to hang into this one. After that great comeback, Pachelli has got it. This will be a heartbreaker.
And this offensive outfit by Brookstone kind of came out of nowhere. This offense has done absolutely nothing the whole second half. This St. Anne Pachelli defense has come up really big. They got to come up big one more time.
So here we go, 23 seconds remaining. Ball on the 1 yard line. A 14-14 game. Brookstone trying to punch it in or at least set up a field goal. Branch handing it off to Dylan Terry, who punches it in for the touchdown with 19 seconds remaining.
What a drive.
Dylan Terry, a 1 yard touchdown run to give Brookstone a 20-14 lead with under 20 seconds to go. And now the extra point. It'll be Jimmy Hunter looking to finish it up, which will leave Pachelli hoping for a miracle. The kick is down, kick is up, and it is good. All right, so now this sets the stage here.
Point after attempt is good. Brookstone 21, Pachelli 14.
All right, setting the stage now. 19 seconds remaining here. Pachelli down 21-14. What we have is a kicker who is basically automatic almost on touchbacks, except he's kicked 2 of them out of bounds.
Not tonight.
Not tonight. He's had 1 touchback, and then he's gone out of bounds twice.
You got to hope that he kicks out of bounds again. Then you maybe have, with 19 seconds left, 3 or 4 plays. You just got to get somewhere near midfield. The best you can hope for if you're Pachelli for a Hail Mary attempt.
Yes, that's the tough part. Because Pachelli is basically the ground attack is what's the most effective. You give Jason Nelson some time and some room, he'll take it in.
And the passing game has shown up the second half, though. It has.
It has.
It's there.
Thompson's done a great job. Davis with that great catch. All right, here we go. Jimmy Hunter
set to kick off for Brookstone.
Jimmy kicking it off. Jimmy Hunter kicking it off here with Davis, Colvin, and Thompson set up deep. He boots it down the middle, and it's a touchback. So the Vikings, with 19 seconds remaining, got to start. They've got to go 80 yards in 19. They got to go 80 yards in 19 seconds. This is going to be tough. They're going to have to earn this one.
Just got to take a couple deep shots.
That's about all he can do.
That's all you can do right now.
Yes.
Because anything tackled in bounds, the game's over.
Yep, because they have no timeouts remaining either. So it's all got to be on the boundary. Deep shots on the boundary. And go from there. And considering Thompson's arm strength and everything else, you got to be looking. The first one's probably going to be somewhere at the 40 to 50 yard line. They're going to have to do this in 2 or 3 chunks.
And Thompson's not in there. I don't believe. What's that, 8? Didn't get the snap off.
Is that Davis lining up at quarterback?
Yeah, the late game.
Offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
All right, do we have J.D. Davis?
It is J.D. Davis.
J.D. Davis has come in at quarterback. Davis started the season at quarterback because of his arm strength. So this is the right play. So looking for J.D. to drive it downfield. Davis looking. Quick pass, incomplete. It was a short pass. Out of reach. 16 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Brookstone's got 3 shots at this. But only 16 ticks on the clock. Lee Hamner sending in the play. There's a snap. Davis. He keeps it, heading for the sideline. Picks up the first down.
John Thompson.
Oh, that was Davis. That was Davis.
Right.
Yes.
That was J.D. Davis.
All right, pick up.
On the right side, out of bounds, 9 seconds remaining.
All right. So the ball is now on the 30-yard line. So.
And probably 2 plays left.
2 plays left, 9 seconds. You know, the setup and the time it takes, it's maybe the last play. It may be because you got a lot of ground to cover, and unless you get out of bounds fast, try to get to the 50, a quick out. The play might take 6-7 seconds. You got to have a quick delivery. Davis, he's running it, and he ran it up the middle, and that'll
do it.
Is that. The Pachelli Vikings with a great comeback, but Brookstone responds with a last-minute drive for a touchdown, and that is the ball game. A tough one for Pachelli, as the Brookstone Cougars win it 21-14.
You are going to be subject to arrest if you enter Dymo Field.
And things are getting a little. They're getting people off the field now.
Anyone who is not a player will be subject to arrest if you enter Dymo Field.
And there's been a warning now. Somebody who's not a player is being arrested at this point. And the cops are being cheered, by the way. The police officers are leading off, whoever that is, are being cheered. So it's a tough one. Pachelli showing a lot of character, a lot of grit, but not quite enough.
It was a tremendous ball game, and I want to give Dwight Jones a lot of credit for the adjustments he made at half. They were really dead buried and gone in the first half. Not much doing offensively besides the one drive. Great adjustments. Defense sparked it. Mazik with his 2nd pick 6 in 2 games. It was a great game. You got to give credit to Brookstone there. An offense that the whole second half had really not even seen the field. They went right down the field in a minute and a half, and it was just a great game. Pachelli just came up just short.
Yes. All right, we've got to give out the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Now, Alex Quinney All-State Agency proudly supports Georgia-Alabama Sports Live, dedicating to providing athletes with the recognition they deserve. We'll feature the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game at the end of each broadcast. Committed to giving back to the community, Alex Quinney stands out as the sole All-State agency in East Alabama, devoted to meeting all your insurance needs, with
Drive
excellence.
safely, everyone. Stay well.
And there's no question who on Pachelli earns this one. John Thompson bringing the offense back in the second half. That great drive, the perfect pass to J.D. Davis that tied the thing up. He led this offense and led them on the comeback trail. They were not able to get the W, but John Thompson definitely earned that. The Alex Quinney Good Hands player of the game for Pachelli.
The defense may have sparked the beginning of the comeback, but his arm continued it and made this a ball game. His fade routes to the sideline, that final touchdown, unbelievable throws under pressure. He really is a gritty quarterback, and especially for someone who's only been starting a few games now, didn't start at the beginning of the season. He really is a gritty and tough player. Got injured there at the end. He looked like he was okay on the sideline, didn't come back in. You mentioned Davis coming in with a strong arm for the final drive, but just a tremendous performance by Thompson. That's our All-State player of the game.
And that's the way it goes. So Pachelli with a great with a gritty performance tonight in the second half, coming back from a 14-0 disadvantage, tied the game up, but Brookstone with that last-minute drive to take the game. So it's a bitter pill for Pachelli to swallow. They have one more district game to play. They'll be heading to Westfield after a bye week next week. And the game at Westfield will be for a spot in the playoffs. Because of the hurricane, only 8 teams make the playoff this year. And Pachelli came into the game ranked number 7. Brookstone came in ranked number 3. We'll have to see how things shake out, how the other teams do, to see if Pachelli will still remain in playoff contention. They definitely have to win at Westfield for that to happen. They're still in the picture. I think they still will make the playoffs, but they still have some work to do.
Yeah, it's a huge game coming against Westfield after the bye. Season kind of comes down to it, as you mentioned, for the playoffs. So they've got the talent, they've got the grit to do it. I know with their backs against the wall, they'll be ready under Dwight Jones. Just a tough loss tonight. You got to get back in the lab, go back to the drawing room, and work on what worked in the second half and work on what didn't work in the first.
And so that's what will happen. They've got a week to work on it before that final game. So it has been an interesting evening, to say the least, at Dynamo Field. For Noah Shelton, I'm Dave Plata. Thanks for watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and BeAViking.com. The final score, Brookstone 21, Pachelli 14. You've been watching Pachelli Vikings football.
My name is Quinteria Perry, and this is my CVCC story. I've graduated from CVCC with my associates in medical assistant, and I received my certification from CVCC. The training that I got from CVC and being prepared to come and do clinicals helped tremendously. I started looking at scholarships, and the Ambassador Scholarship was interesting to me because you did an event to earn your scholarship and you meet people. I would recommend CVCC to anyone that asks because of the scholarships, the teachers, the small stuff that you can't get at a university.
Let's go!
Woo! Woo! Yeah! Football time! Set the tone. Kyle, tie your shoes, tie your shoes. Yeah, good job. Woo!